Good morning, Alvin. We hope you had a wonderful Monday. I'm Dylan.
And I'm Kai.
Now please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Please pause for a moment of silence.
Now here are the morning announcements.
Looking for a spring and summer job? Advanced Spa and Pool is hiring and looking for reliable Alvin students age 16 or above to work in the Hudson store. See Mr. Beals for details.
Elections for the 2018-2019 year are here. Pick up an application in room 104 from Ms. Williams or counseling from Mr. Donnelly.
Multicultural Club will be meeting every Thursday. New and old members are welcomed.
Free ACT tests offered to sophomores and juniors on Saturday, June 9th.
The next Grow a Garden Club meeting will be held on Monday, April 16th, after school in AG3. At this time, we will be designing our plot in the community garden. New members always welcome.
Have a great day, everyone.
Please stay tuned for a word from Mr. Beals.
Good morning, Alvin. It's Mr. Beals.
And Officer Marabella.
We're here together to talk about school safety procedures adopted by the Hudson School District and referred to as ALICE. This is a big change from our previous school safety plans, which predominantly was a lockdown. That means no matter where anything might have been happening in a school safety negative way, we would lock down the building and secure everybody. ALICE is an acronym. Each of the letters in ALICE, A-L-I-C-E, stand for a specific response. Students and staff, it's imperative that you understand that these techniques can be used in any element of your life, whether it's in school, whether it's in a social opportunity at a movie theater, at the mall, at an airport, or anywhere that you are in today's society. We're going to go through what each of the letters stands for, starting with ALERT.
If there were ever to be a crisis to unfold here at Alvin High School, the first thing you're going to want to do is alert somebody. Primarily two people. Whomever is manning the main office here at Alvin High School and 911. It's imperative that we alert the main office and 911 as to what is going on here at Alvin High School. And you want to be specific. You want to identify the location of where the crisis is unfolding, who is involved in the crisis, what he or she is wearing, as many specific details as possible. And you're going to want to continue that throughout the crisis.
The more information that you can provide in that alert, the better. Specifics matters. As an example, we have a breach in the main entrance. We have a person who is wearing blue jeans and a hooded black sweatshirt who just came through the door with a weapon. They are moving through the cafeteria. They are moving through the CT hallway. The more information you can provide in alert, and as many people who can provide it, the better. The second letter in ALICE is lockdown. We as a school have practiced our lockdown procedures 2 weeks ago. You will recall that during a lockdown, which in this analogy stands for those who are in imminent danger in a physical geography and location near an assailant. A lockdown would include that we barricade the door, that we lock the door, that we turn off the lights, we try to not be present, but we are on guard inside the room in case our room gets breached. We know that during a lockdown we're looking for 2 methods before we let somebody have entry. Those methods, as I previously talked about, can be a familiar voice that you hear, knock on the door, "Hi, it's Mr. Beals, let me in." I'll slide my ID badge under the door so you absolutely can ensure it's me, or that of a police officer. That is lockdown. The I in ALICE stands for inform.
The inform piece is a continuation of the alert piece. You're going to want to continue to get as much information as possible out to the masses, that being the main office and the 911 operator. The main office, you're giving the information to the main office so that others in the building know exactly what's going on and they can make an informed decision as to what to do, whether continue to stay locked down or evacuate the building. The information to the 911 operator is crucial for the emergency personnel responding to the building. You're enabling them to understand what exactly is going on so they can bring the proper equipment and the proper personnel to save the day.
Our commitment in the main office is to tell you the information we receive. There will be no hidden code words. We will say very specifically the information that we have received through the intercom. Okay? I make a commitment to you, as all the people in the main office. We're not holding back information because we're worried about how you're going to feel about it. You cannot make an informed decision without accurate information. The C in ALICE stands for counter. During our lockdown drill, we experienced some elements of counter. One of the rooms we went into, a police officer said to me, there was a student holding a desk above their head, ready to, in essence, hurl it at a person coming in the room. In a science lab, we had a teacher with a fire extinguisher in her hand, ready to either blast the person coming in or to throw that item. Please make sure in countermeasures, whether it's in a classroom, whether it's in the hallway, whether it's in the cafeteria, you be an active participant for your own safety and the safety of others. People who stand idly by are an easy target. People who are moving around, causing noise, commotion, throwing things, yelling, screaming, that helps the process of counter, which hopefully will help provide our building with a more safe procedure. The last letter in ALICE is E for evacuate.
For the evacuation piece, if there is a threat that you can see or is right outside your classroom, stay locked down. Do whatever you can to keep that threat outside of your classroom. But the idea behind evacuation, you want to create as much distance between you and the threat as possible. If you have a clear passageway to freedom, take it. We're telling you to take it. Alvin High School, we designated 2 safety points. One is in between the Hills, the public library, and the Hills Garrison, and the other safety point is on the other side of the big red barn. You want to get away from the crisis, so run to those points if you can. If you do get to safety, if you do get to the parking lot, do not get in your car and leave. You're going to add unnecessary congestion to the roadways, and you're going to boggle up the emergency personnel trying to get to the school. Run away from the threat. Run away as fast as you can. Do not get in your cars.
We're going to practice an ALICE school-wide drill on Tuesday, April 17th. That drill will have a variety of scenarios that allow us to practice. Some of those will be passive, simply talking with teachers and students in a classroom about what would we do in this scenario. One of the other aspects will be an active drill, where we'll end up in those rally points that Officer Mirabella just talked about. We ask everybody when we're practicing school safety drills to listen, to participate with an effort and a dignity, because this whole process is scary. It truly is. You'll remember the elementary school book that I held up describing ALICE. It said, I may be scared, but I am also prepared. And that's really the goal of ALICE. Remember, you can use ALICE techniques in every element of your life, both inside of school, in your college or work years ahead, in your work or social activities at the mall and at the movie theater. This video that we're going to show, today's video is step 1 in this process. We're going to inform parents about the techniques of ALICE. We're going to show a school-wide video that is taken from a different school who has practiced ALICE drills, and it will be an active shooting scenario. It's a dramatization that we will introduce, and that'll be on the intercom and morning announcements in the next 2 weeks. For students or staff members, when you have questions, the 2 of us are here as resources. I ask that you go to any of the assistant principals in the building, certainly to me, certainly to Officer Mirabella. We want you to ask questions. whatever the hypothetical situation that you might be thinking of. For our students who are very anxious by nature in all elements of school safety, please rely on your communications with your school counselors, with your teachers, certainly with me and others. We don't want this to be a scary proposition for anybody, although it is. We want to make sure that every one of the 1,350 students and staff at Malvern High School are prepared. Hope you have a nice day.